श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्य वर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदये. Acharyan Anugraham. We have been enjoying the most brilliant Vyakhyanams compiled by Swami Dr. Sri V. N. Vedanta Desikan, especially narrating or putting together the wonderful extensive commentaries by Purvacharyas. Adiyen merely reproduces what is compiled by Swami. Today is the fourth slokam, where Swami Desikan explains how the Acharyan provides key upadesams to the Shishya in Ekantam, alone, so that he retains and it is esoteric. Rathna. Swadhinashesha satta stiti yatana palam viddhi lakshmi shamekam prapyam nanyam pratiya nacha sharanataya kanchidanyam vriniyaha ye tasmadeva pumsam bhayamitaradapi prekshya mojjistava tadagnyam इत्येकान्तोपदेश प्रथममिह गुरोः एकचित्तेन धार्यः स्वाधीन अशेष सत्ता स्थिति यतनफलं विद्धि लक्ष्मीशमेकं प्राप्यं नान्यं प्रतीया न च शरणतया कञ्चिदन्यं वृणीयाः ये तस्मादेव पुंसां भयमितरदपि प्रेक्ष्यमुज्जीस्तदाज्ञाम् इति एकान्त उपदेशः प्रथममिह गुरोः एकचित्तेन धार्यः. This slokam explains how Sadacharyan passes on the knowledge, the esoteric ragasyams, the meanings of the three ragasyam, the ragasyatraya mantra, ashtaksharam, dvayam, charma slokam, in privacy to the Shishyan who is desirous of moksha. The slokam reminds the Shishyan that he should reflect on the inner essential meanings of the ragasyatrayam, the three ragasya mantra, and he should focus on it, contemplate on it, and conduct his life practically accordingly in accordance with the three ragasya mantra. The correct understanding of these three ragasya mantra and its artham as taught by Acharyan will shape his life according to the meanings of those ragasyams, with a clear comprehension of the Jivatma Swarupa, his duties, even after the prapatti, the conductance of his life with strict adherence to Acharya Upadesam would minimize the papams, would release him from all papams, and facilitate him to have a completely fearless life. Nirbhayam, nirbhayosme, no bhayam, no bharam, completely. So here the four key upadesam of Acharya to the qualified Shishya. One, the creation, the sustenance and the dissolution of all Chetanams and Achetanams are under complete control of Perumal and Mahalakshmi, the Sheshi, Divya Dampati. So we have to understand that he is Jagat Karanan, creator. He is Jagat Rakshakan, protector. He is Sarva Samharakan, the destroyer, means during the dissolution, he takes away everything and retains in him to bring it out during the evolution. And he is the karma pravritti niyamakan. He is the commander of acts initiated by Chetanan as the indweller. He is sarvakarma palapradan, paladhayakan. He is the granter. He is the one who gives all fruits for all karmas. Lakshmisham yekam swa adhina ashesha satta sthiti yatana palam viddhi. He is the one who grants fruits of all karmas for us. That is first one. Secondly, understanding his unique role of Sriman Narayanan, we should never ever consider anyone else as the goal and as the means. He is the upayam, he is the upayam, he is the means, he is the goal, because only he can grant ultimate purushartham, which is moksha. Do not seek anyone else other than Sriman Narayanan as the means, and do not think anything else as your goal. Both means and the goal should be him, Acharyan teaches. And knowing that the fear and the fearlessness about samsaram arises from him, from the Lord, because of his sankalpam, please do not have any transgression from any sastrams. Do not disobey his commands enshrined in the sastrams. Pumsam bhayam itaratapi yetasmat yeva prekshya tat ajnanam ma ujjihi. So Swami Dasakam so beautifully gives here, for the one who desires moksham, the Mula Mantram and the other two Ragasyam should be taught before Upaya Anushthanam, before Prapatti Anushthanam by the Acharya, so that he will stress the need for reflection every day on these Upadeshams. That's the meaning of this slOkA. It is summarized like this: the cause of the world, the sustenance for functioning, that's the Lord. That is the cause, the sustenance, as well as the functioning. Swarupa Sthiti Pravritti rests on the couple Sri and Srinivasa, the Parabrahman. He is the sole force, the way, being fundamental. There is no one else. He is the goal to reach. He is the hold on to. His lotus feet is the upayam and the upayam, the means and the goal. We have to surrender unto Sriyapati only. We will then reach moksham. We will be destined to serve Sriyapati forever and be assured of absolute peranandam there. Yes, assured that he will, if performed Sharanagati, if surrendered unto him, and he will release us from all papam, that we have to fear nothing else, and so on. So the correct cognition of the truth, the right conduct of one's life, the approach, the discipline, setting up of one's goal, all these things will ensue if one correctly understands, comprehend the Ragasya mantrams and the esoteric significance. So here the Mula Mantra, Dvaya Mantra and the Charama Slokam, the three Ragasyams which are taught by Acharyan, these three mantras illumine all the truths that have been expounded. These three mantras, the Mula Mantra explains and enlightens the essential nature of the Jivatma. Trimangayalva says, Matrumor Devam Uladendru Irupparodu Uttrilen, Uttradum Munnadiyarkku Adimai, Nin Thiruvettelithum Katri. I learnt the Ashtakcharam from you, Lord, and what I learnt is Matrumor Devam Uladendru Irupparodu Uttrilen, Uttradum Munnadiyarkku Adimai. The one who says there is some other God other than Sriman Narayana, I will not associate myself with them. And I am the servant of your bhaktas. That's the meaning of Mula Mantra. Enlightens the essential nature of Jivatman as being totally subservient to the Lord. Nitya Nirupadika Atyanta Paratantra Ananyarga Seshatvam, Swami Dasakam mentioned. Nitya, eternally. Nirupadika, not enforced on by someone. Atyanta, there is no end, there is no beginning. Always. Paratantriya, we are completely dependent on him. Avanitta vazhakka irupadu. And Ananyarga Seshatvam, nobody else except him. Only being subservient to him. In that way, we develop a strong aspiration for attaining the Lord without delay. He will be having the qualification for performing the means of salvation by understanding the Mula Mantra. So if one does the Japam of Ashtaksharam, that should be the inner meaning, essence. Ahamatma na dehosmi Vishnu Sesho aparigraha tameva Sharanam prapya tat kainkarya chikirshaya yan ariyum shudaragi nindren matrum yadumilen van amudat tirumal adiyen matror patrumilen தான் அமுதானவந்தன் சரணே சரணென்றிருந்தேன் மானமிலாடிமை பணிபூண்ட மனத்தினனே. That should be the way we should feel that our Atma is completely dependent on him and our Deham is not Atma. The Dvaya Mantra teaches completely, beautifully, clearly, vividly the way of performing the prapatti for attainment of the supreme benefit, which is attainment of the Lord, lotus feet, moksha anubhava. The Charma Sloka is significant as it prescribes the particular means of Sharanagati for attainment of the desired object. So here Swami so beautifully explained Swadhina Trivida Chetana Achetana Swarupa Titi Pravritti Bedam is a Sriranga Gadyam Vakyam. Swadhina Trivida Chetana Achetana Stiti Pravritti Bedam. In fact, Swami takes from that this particular sloka first word. Swadhina Ashesha Satta Stiti Yatanapalam Vidhi Lakshmi Shamekam. Swami Desikan had a devout Sishyan by the name Madhavan. He was a king in Andhra Desham. His son was Sarvajna Singappa Nayakan, named after Lakshmi Nrsimhan. So, this prince, Singappa Nayakan, sought the Thiruvadi of Swami Desikan for his upliftment, spiritual pursuit. And he made a fervent appeal, humble appeal to Acharyan to help him comprehend clearly the Swarupam and Swabhavam of the Jivatma, of the Chetana, and the Achetana, and the Ishwaran, the Tattvatrayam he wants to know, and create an Upadesam, a short Grantham for my benefit as well as for the future use, for his daily contemplation. The ever merciful Acharya Sarvabhauman Vedanta Desika wrote a Ragasyam called Tattva Sandesha. The response of Swami Desikan to the prince took the form of a Vyakyanam, commentary of the well-known passage of Ramanujaya, Swadhina Trivida Chetana Chetana Swarupa Stiti Pravritti Bedam. Here he mentioned Swadhina Trividatyedar Abhipraya Prakashyate Kasyachit Tattvanishtaya Kankshita Pratipattaye. For fulfilling the desire of a Sishyan intent on learning about the correct meaning of three Tattvams, he writes this sloka. Swadhina Trivida Chetana Achetana Swarupa Titi Pravritti Bedam Sriranga Gadyam, which means Ishwaran is the unquestionable master of the three kinds of Chetanams, which is Baddhar, Muktar, Nityar. Baddha Jivatmas are those who are like us toiling in the Samsara Sagara. Mukta Jivatmas are those who have already attained moksham, but they were Baddha Jivatmas like us before. And Nitya Jivatmas are those Ananta, Garuda, Vishwaksena and all those Nitya Suris, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, all those Ayudams and Abharanams, all of them are Nitya Suris who are eternally in Sri Vaikuntham since time immemorial. So three kinds of Jivatmas. And Acetanam. Acetanams, there are three types of Acetanams as well. So their differences, their Swarupam, their Sthiti, their Swarupam which is existence, their Sthiti which is continuity, their Pravritti which is their activity, the deeds, everything is Ishwaran. Everything he is in control of. It was Swami Desikan's intent to provide an explanation of this in this Tattva Sandesham. So That's what we had so beautifully in this slokam, which talks about the meaning as well as the tattvatrayams. So, the inner meanings of the doctrine of three tattvam, Chetana, the sentient being, Achetanam, the insentient, and Paramatma, the supreme soul. Thus, the Lord, who is none else other than the Parabrahma, the Purushottama, Sriyapati, Sriman Narayanan, in whose control abide the existence, the continuity, and the activity of the three types of sentient and non-sentient beings and their differences. And so, the most beautiful Vakyam of Sriranga Gadyam, Swadhina Trivita Chetana Achetana Swarupa Sthiti Pravritti Bhedam. That's the one which describes this particular line. So, having the knowledge and of the experience of enjoyment of the Lord and his being a Niyamakan, the controller, the supporter, because of his very Sankalpam we all exist, and the enjoyment of him is our ultimate objective, and that thus we become his servant forever. Adiyen. Dhanyosmi. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimathe Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.